वेलकम बैक। आप सब सुन रहे हैं नमस्ते रेडियो। हम आते हैं हर संडे 1 to 5 PM एंड आ गई है वो घड़ी जिसके लिए हम वेट कर रहे थे। आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट talking to Mr. Aseem Mahajan, the Consul General of India in Houston. He assumed charge as Consul General of India in Houston on January 2020. And it was my honor to meet him at India's Republic Day celebration this year, and of course many events after that. And prior to this, he was ambassador of India to the World Trade Organization, Geneva. And Mr. Mahajan joined the Indian Foreign Service in 1998. Again, it is our absolute honor to have him with us today on Namaste Radio. Everyone, please join me in welcoming Consul General of India in Houston, Mr. Aseem Mahajan. Namaste and good afternoon to you, sir. How are you doing today?
Yeah, good afternoon, Vanshika. I hope all of you are doing well, and good afternoon to all your listeners also.
Thank you, sir. आपने time निकाला on a Sunday, and thank you so much for coming out and talking to us on a Sunday. And I know it's been a very challenging time. It's been a very difficult and busy time. So thank you. I would love to start with thanking you first. This year, has been very challenging for everyone around the world. How has COVID-19 impacted the Indian diaspora, and how is Consulate supporting the community, responding to the queries, the request for assistance? Unbelievable requests have been coming in because of travel ban. Students have been stuck. Please tell us something about that.
So, Vanshika, I completely agree with you that this year this pandemic is it's a new normal for all of us. We have never been used to a situation like this. Neither any one of us has gone through something like this in our lifetimes.
Ji.
And as you know, the pandemic has affected different people in different ways. There are many people who have been impacted by the pandemic, and this includes Indians who are based here, members of our community, local communities, and everyone in some ways. But as far as the consulate is concerned, right through from the middle of March, we have been open and trying to support stranded Indians, our community, also working with many states, cities, local governments to deal with this current situation. We get hundreds of mails and calls on our helplines. And these are varied requests. We have received requests from many Indians who were stranded because of the travel ban. These are short-term visitors, parents visiting their children, some research visitors, other people on tourist visas, people who have been laid off, people who have medical emergencies in India, people who have to travel because of their strong connect to India. And then another category of requests for assistance where people need some support for boarding, lodging, or even cases of people who need renewal of their medical prescriptions. Because people, when they come here, they plan and come for 5-6 months, but right now people have had to overstay and rather stay here for many months beyond what they had planned for because there were no flights to India. And finally, I'm sure you are aware of this Vande Bharat mission which we are currently running, in which flights are going from United States to India, various destinations in India, and it is already in phase 3.
Wonderful, sir. And बहुत लोग जैसे आपने mention किया, that a lot of people were stranded here. I personally know parents totally just like you said that they were here for 3 months, but they ran out of their prescriptions, and consulate and under your guidance, you all put together everything to make sure that you came forward and helped all these people. And I think I was even once listening to one of the webinars I was attending, and aap bata rahe the the number of unlimited calls and how many people have wanting to go back, but it's just not easy to, as much as it may sound, but then it's not easy to just put a flight together or things together and send them back. So thank you so much. I personally know few people who have gone under the Vande Bharat mission, and उनकी तरफ से आपको, आपकी team को thank you for putting that all of this together. And like I was mentioning about some webinars, I've seen you yourself have personally gone to locations for food distributions, partnering with various different Indo-American organizations, local in Houston also. Would you like to share with us some experience about that? How have those webinars and food distributions helped people around?
So Vanshika, as you have mentioned about the Vande Bharat mission, the process basically is you first register with us, and then there are these various compelling reasons. But we have tried to help everyone in the sense that initially there were few flights, and because of the public health emergency and for public interest, you limit people who are going, they have to quarantine, and then they go to various states in India. But the reasons included from your emergencies in your family, stranded students, short-term visitors, and now we are in phase 3. So I'm happy to actually say that more than several thousand people have gone, and in this phase 3 many flights are open by online booking and other things. But we are really proud of also the Indo-American community, social, religious organizations, temples, gurudwaras, mosques, people who are helping us during this pandemic, and everyone has actually done what to the best of their ability. They have tried to help people. We have done several activities with various organizations. These are not just food distribution. We have, of course, yesterday there was a food distribution drive with Shri Meenakshi Temple Society and Seva International. We have done earlier with many local organizations here. But these organizations are also helping us to reach out to people who, and on their own also to reach out to their local communities, which makes us feel proud that we have such strong organization networks and base in the United States. The All-American Physicians of Indian Origin, for example, are helping people to refill their prescriptions, people on telemedicine calls and on medical emergencies. Similarly, there are many other food organizations which are working with food banks. There are organizations who are helping people who are needing boarding, shelter or lodging, etc. So it's a very varied of activities in which the consulate is involved with these organizations, and these organizations themselves have a full range of things which they are doing, various charities and others. So I think we are all trying to do our best.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful. And has the consulate done any webinars or virtual meetings with the business community, like in the Indian diaspora?
Absolutely, yes. We did one with Senator Cornyn. We did one in which with the chamber, Indo-American Chamber of Commerce, Greater Houston has done a lot of webinars in partnership with us. They have done on a range of areas. We have done webinars on healthcare, on medical research. There is one coming up on next week, which is with St. Luke's. We are doing on how to stay safe. Then with the business community, we have done a range of various events. Actually, we are doing another one with Governor Abbott on the 23rd. That is also, the information is available on our social media handles. That we are doing with the chamber in Dallas, the U.S.-India Chamber of Commerce in Dallas. And then individually also we have connected on many different themes and topics with the business community. We partnered with the chamber on one which they did for local businesses here, and they got local government representatives from United States to tell them about the support plans and what the local governments are doing. We are working in areas like energy, healthcare, medical research, information technology. So all those things also we are trying to do to build the opportunities which are available for partnering with United States.
Okay. Thank you for sharing all of that. I will definitely, at the end of the interview, I'll definitely give out the website for Council and also for the Facebook page, the Instagram page details. Amid all of this, you have been able to put together an event that happens every year, and of course this year it's a bit different, and I am talking about the International Day of Yoga, which is being celebrated next Sunday. I have personally attended it in the park, but I'm looking forward to celebrating it in the new, or like the new normal you said, the virtual way. Please tell us something about that and the partner organizations who are helping in that.
So, the International Day of Yoga we have been celebrating since 2014.
Mhm.
In 2014, the UN declared June 21st as the International Day of Yoga, which was unanimously supported by all the member countries in United Nations. And this is now going to be the 6th edition of that Yoga Day.
Ji.
And it is celebrated on June 21st every year, which is the longest day in the northern hemisphere, the summer solstice. So this year again, of course, every year we used to meet in parks and we used to meet in various venues.
Ji.
There are many yoga enthusiasts in the states covered by the consulate in southern United States, across the 8 states. And we have managed to put together a very varied program and a series of events which will start next week and go right up to 1 or 2 days after the International Day of Yoga. Now, these include various talks, various seminars, various schools of yoga doing free classes, doing meditation classes.
Mhm.
As you know, and your listeners who are yoga enthusiasts would also know that yoga is a 5,000-year-old Indian tradition. It has mental, it has physical and spiritual pursuits and practices. And yoga is a very wide term which we use, but it is actually, all these practices and the word yoga itself means to unite. So it is
Ji.
to unite your body and mind, your thought and action. And the theme of the International Day of Yoga, if you see the logo, is peace and harmony. And I think it is topically very relevant in the current times. It helps you for your personal well-being, your health, and it also helps you for dealing with stress and for your general well-being. So we have designed actually a program which is open to everyone. We are American friends, are people who are based here, who have never done yoga in their life. It's a great opportunity to sit with you and your family in the comfort of your home. Just connect on this live digital program which we will be doing in India House in Houston this year. The common yoga protocol will be done by Baba Ramdev, who will connect by live stream, but it will also have snippets from various yoga schools, organizations, and our supporters across these 8 states. And it's a program which will introduce you to the basics of yoga, and for people who are already practitioners, give them much more information about what is going around in the schools of yoga and the associated areas of yoga. As I said, the many other events, the talks on yoga and dealing with things like food, diet, general well-being, your health, your way of life, etc.
Ji, bilkul. And especially during this time, when everything doesn't seem to be going right, I think it's the perfect time for everybody to get together and do some yoga for the benefit of their mind, their body. So we look forward to it. It's मैं बताते चलूँ, it's next Sunday, June 21st, 10 से 12 बजे, and you can watch it live at the India in Houston Facebook page and India House Facebook page. Sir, what is your advice, especially to the large number of Indian students, young professionals, and all our listeners or viewers out there of Namaste Radio also, like whoever is listening to us, please, if you could share some advice for them.
Vanchika, one thing I have seen during this pandemic is many things which we normally take for granted in life. Things like all of us assume that this is how we will be able to plan our lives and do. Sometimes there are things which disrupt your plans, and sometimes there are things which come in the way of how you have planned life. But this pandemic, of course, has done it on a much larger scale. It has done across countries. So this is the first time, for example, people would have seen that there are no flights going in and out of countries because of the public health grounds and the way they are trying to deal with the pandemic. It is the stay-at-home orders, lockdowns, things like social events, which you are used to, or planning of things the way you are used to. So my advice would be that please stay calm, stay positive about whatever you are doing. And this I tell more for the students and young professionals who are there. Many of them reach out to us.
जी.
I tell the students that their main focus should be on their existing, on their studies, on their curriculum. Universities are also not sure. And this is something, again, we get a lot of calls on our helpline and lot of mails, etc., with the growing uncertainty about whether there'll be online classes, whether there'll be offline classes. People who have gone back, how should they plan to come back? Another category of queries we get is about visas, people who have been laid off or general thing. But people are trying to help each other. The many agencies in United States are in close touch with us
जी.
on a case-by-case basis. For example, US ICS is dealing with cases of visa extensions, etc. So my message essentially is that please stay positive, count your blessings, and try to do what you like to do. You should take your mind off things, pursue your hobbies, and yoga is just one such thing. You have an opportunity to get introduced to yoga, for example, through this calendar of events. We will share with you, and it is on our social media and on our Twitter, Facebook, and our website.
जी.
We have drawn out a calendar of events. If you like any of the events, join them, and if you find value in it, pursue it. You can pursue it from the comfort of your home. Similarly, your own hobbies, your own interests, watch some TV shows you like, and this is this general advice I give to people so that they can take their mind off from, constantly getting worried. And finally, of course, all of us like you and all of us, we believe that there is going to be, life is going to come back to normalcy once we have overcome this pandemic, and states and governments are trying to do their best. So are people. And we will have many things to look forward to, including our wide canvas of partnership with United States, building on them and doing what we do in our ordinary way of life.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you so much for sharing that advice. Definitely being positive is the way. I also want to personally take this opportunity and say that, I have always followed the Facebook page, and I would like all my listeners to make sure that they go and like India in Houston, the official Facebook page for Council General of India in Houston. And also it is good to see that the page is very active even on Instagram. It's under CGI. So I would ask all of them to go and follow it. And it's good to see how much information has been updated every day on these pages. So thank you, sir, आपको भी, and to your team also, for keeping everybody updated on all these changes that people were getting so confused about, especially on social media. And from our side, we would like to say that anytime there is any kind of message you want the people to know from you, you can always reach out to Namaste Radio, and we will be more than happy to share it with all our viewers and listeners.
Thank you, Vanchika. And one last thing, of course, I want to say is that if we can be of any assistance to anyone, our helpline teams, even though they are overwhelmed with the hundreds of mails, queries, phone calls, we ensure that they reach out and answer each one of them. We have a system where on a real-time basis we try to address emergencies. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us if we can be of any assistance, or if you are stranded, if you need anything from us. And similarly, if the consulate can partner in any of your activities, your events, or be of any help to all of you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking out the time again and coming and talking to us on Namaste Radio.
Yes, wishing your listeners a good Sunday, and stay safe.
Thank you,
Bye.
sir. Thank you so much, and to you too.
Bye.
Bye-bye. That's right. That was Mr. Aseem Mahajan, the Council General of India in Houston. Again, he shared a lot of information, important information with us. If you are just tuning in, you can always go back and listen to our podcast tomorrow, Facebook Live tomorrow, or visit their Facebook page, India in Houston, or their Instagram page, CGI, or just visit their website, cgihouston.gov.in.